delightful, delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees, and today I am going to be making a vegan orange olive oil cake. My friend Catherine Farnsworth posted one on Facebook about 2 weeks ago, and her husband was raving about it. So I investigated. I looked at a bunch of other people's recipes and came up with a veganized version. Apparently supposed to use really high quality olive oil. I have this Trader Joe's olive oil, which probably is not high quality, and it could be critical and make this whole thing suck. But I'm not going to the store to get other olive oil, so we're gonna have to just fucking live with this. I already have it here, so I'm gonna put this away. All right, so here's what we start with. We are starting with 1 1/4 cups of olive oil, which sounds gross, but I know from history, I used to make, my mother has a really great carrot cake recipe, and there's a fuck ton of oil in that carrot cake. It doesn't taste oily, it just tastes really moist. Apparently the primary delight of this cake is that it's very moist, and it's not a cake that you frost. It's sort of an Italian traditional dessert cake or tea cake, and yeah, I've never made it before, so I'm really winging it. And I'm going to be using this neat egg replacer, which is expired so long ago, I'm afraid to even tell. I will tell you, fuck it, you can know. June 8th, 2016. It's 4 years expired. I'm still going to use it. What do you think? It only has chia seeds and garbanzo beans in it. Doesn't smell funny, and it's the same color as the unopened one I have in my fridge, so fuck the world. I'm using the 4-year-old Just Neat egg. I have many. I was going to use Just Egg, but I was afraid. Because I know it scrambles really well. I'm a big fan of the Just Egg. I don't know how it works in baking, though, and I didn't want... this could really be a huge disaster. So, all right, so in this bowl here is my 3 neat eggs that I'm going to whisk together with this, gross, olive oil. Ooh. Pardon me. Just want to incorporate this before I add additional things. 4 years expired. You know, I don't know how many of you out there have read my novel. I wrote a book called Bathing in the Single Girl. Woo, making a mess. I wrote a book called Bathing in the Single Girl, and in it, a character takes some very, very, very expired vitamins to hilarious and this is nasty. This looks like sea monkeys. I wonder if I should abort. Such a giant amount of olive oil to waste. You know what? I don't want to ruin this cake, so I am going to abort this. And I will be back when I've put together another enormous amount of olive oil and some more fake egg. Okay, that was unfortunate. I ended up having to use all the rest of that bottle of Trader Joe's. It's not even quite enough. And top off the balance. I killed the entire bottle. So I have another bottle here. All right, let's begin this again. This is some other, with this, it's like Gretel, but it was a C. Creedle. Anyway, starting again. 1 1/4 cups olive oil. Now for the egg, I'm going to use some unexpired, this stuff, Energy egg replacer that I got on Amazon. I whisked it according to the back of the box instructions, the equivalent of 3 eggs. Okay. Okay, much better. Not like sea monkeys or anything disgusting at all. All right, to that, I am ordering. Woo! Got myself a little frazzled. This is 1 1/3 cups of almond milk. My favorite brand of almond milk is the Califia Farms almond milk. Okay. I'm going to add, let me get, what am I going to get? I'm going to show you something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. There's 2 kitchen tools I really like. One is this juicer. It's got a bigger bowl for lemons or small oranges, a lime one. Put the thing with the mound of the fruit up and squeeze, and it's a very efficient juicer. I love it. I also like the colors. It's this nice sort of 50s looking mellow yellow and pale sage green. I like it. I like it. And this microplaner zester is wonderful. It really gets great, really fine zest from the the peel of an orange. So I use 1 entire orange to get 2 tablespoons of orange zest. Right there. And I have, from that same orange, a 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice. Oh, it looks very orangey in there now. Okay. Okay. So then I want to add, and this is not a requirement, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier. I couldn't find it in the store. And the chick was like, "It's locked up! It's locked up!" I'm like, "What? Locked where?" And they hide it away, and I had to get my measuring cup, sorry. Back in Ralph's, they lock it up so that, I guess, people steal Grand Marnier. It's a weird thing to steal. I'm using a 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier. Again, totally omittable. Just thought, it's nice. It's an orange liqueur. Yeah, cognac and orange liqueur. Not requirement. This just looks like milky orange juice. Milky orange juice. Okay, to this, here come the dry ingredients. I'm going to add a 1 cup and 3/4 of sugar. So there's a cup. Watch me drop the whole bag in here. I'm going to drop it. Fuck. Ah! A cup and about 3/4. Oop, that looks like. All right. A 1 cup and 3/4 of sugar. And a cup, 2 cups of flour. I have little cheat notes in front of me. 1 cup. 2 cups. I have the oven, by the way, heating up to 325. I'm going to add a pinch of salt to this. It's weird that salt goes in all desserts. I don't bake very often, although I'm making a lot of desserts here lately. I don't know what the salt's about, but all recipes that make desserts always want salt. And a 1/2 teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. There's the baking. That was cornstarch. Fuck, I put cornstarch in there. Ah, fuck it. All right. That was cornstarch. You don't have to add cornstarch. This is baking powder, and I have to find the baking soda. I have to go find some baking soda. I'll be right back. Well, I did put cornstarch in there. I can't imagine it's going to fuck it up too much. Oh well. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Don't put the cornstarch in like I just did. Jesus! I hope it doesn't fuck the whole thing up. Alright, I need to combine this. So, I don't know. I'm a political person. I'm not a fan of the current administration. I'm a huge fan, though, of Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport's on Instagram. He's hilarious. He's a no bullshit, speaks his mind kind of guy. His cameos, if you do that Cameo app, you can pay him to say anything you want to people's birthday wishes or ball busting or whatever. He's always really funny. His most recent one was in reaction to Donald Trump telling people to drink or shoot up bleach or disinfectants, which, I mean, I can't believe he's the age he is and he thinks that somehow is okay. But Michael Rappaport was like, if you're dumb enough to take that advice, fuck, it's on you, you fucking dumbass, which part of me has to agree. Can't believe you would think it's okay to ingest or shoot up something that we have child safety things on cabinets to keep kids from getting into this stuff. If it was healthy, we wouldn't have locks on the doors. All right, I'm going to whisk this a little bit better, break up these lumps. So yeah. But apparently, hundreds of calls to the poison control centers asking either what to do when somebody has taken it or whether they really should be taking it because they don't have any fucking common sense. It's making too much noise. It doesn't smell very orangey. I guess I can taste it. It's vegan. Oh, it tastes orangey. That's nice. I'm inclined to put more Grand Marnier in there, but I was heavy-handed with the rosemary in my blueberry rosemary apple pie. Ultimately, it tasted like too much rosemary in that pie when it was warm, but after a day in the fridge, the rosemary mellowed out and actually was not too heavy-handed. I don't know if you tried that. Okay. God damn, I hope that cornstarch doesn't... It was only 1/2 teaspoon. What could it possibly do? Okay, now, It's whisked together. I don't want to over whisk it. I don't want it to get too aerated and get air bubbles. I want it to be dense, nice, thick, dense cake. It's hot here in LA. It got hot. It was 93 degrees here yesterday. It really sucked being in lockdown when it was really cold and it was raining. We had a really good rainy winter here, and being in house arrest, and the rain just sort of, the mood just all seemed like doom and made you feel cozy staying inside. Now it's hot as two-pecker billy goat out there, and it's not so much fun being locked in the house. This is a 9-inch springform pan. Springform pans open, this little lever pulls out, so what you can do, it's got a bottom that comes out. You make your cake in there, then you can pull this off and it lives on there, and it's a way to get the cake out of the pan without having to do this business. I'm going to grease it with, I happen to have spray olive oil. Normally I would think olive oil might not be so great for a cake, but this is an olive oil cake, so. Okay. And I'm going to put it in here. Now again, my oven is at 325. And I think I'm going to bake it for about an hour and take a look at it after an hour. See how it looks. You should have a nice uniform golden top when it's done. And it should come out with, toothpick in there, come out, not dry, but like clean with maybe a little bit of bits on it. So I'm going to check it in an hour. Every oven's different. Where you put it in the oven affects it. I have a convection oven, which as I understand is circulating the air, so the air is the same temperature throughout the entire compartment of the oven. I don't think it's necessary to have a convection oven. I may even be wrong about what convection even does. I can hear it though, it's whizzing around over there. But ovens need to be calibrated, I think, at least once in a while, and I don't think anybody in America has their oven calibrated for being accurate in temperature. So cooking times on baking, on anything really, but baking in particular really, because baking is more a delicate process. So check it before 60 minutes in your own oven, just in case your oven runs hot or runs cold, or you have your cake at a different height in the oven. By the way, it's height, with the hard T sound, height. So many, like half the people in the world say height. It's G-H-T, not G-T-H. G-H, you don't say weight. What's your current weight? There's no T on weight. Oh yeah, weight, yeah, exactly. Oh! They say never do math on camera, and I just did that. But it's not height. People, it's height. And with that, I'm going to put this in the oven. And I'll be back, and we'll show you what it looks like. Oh, and the only topping you need for this is maybe a little bit of powdered sugar or some orange zest, little on the top. I read somebody say that if you sprinkle 2 tablespoons of sugar on this directly, right now, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and bake it that way, it'll create a sort of sugary crust. I don't want to do that because I would like to I want to try to do a little decoration with the, oh, look at my hair, I'm not wearing a hat, with the powdered sugar, So yeah, height is weight, not weight. It's height, not height. And it's a pet peeve, sorry. All right, here we go, back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I cooked this for just 1 hour. It seemed very done to me in an hour. It's a little bit, actually maybe burned a tiny bit on the very rim there. I took it out of the springform pan. This is how springform pans work. There's a little lever over here. You open it and you can just pull the cake right out. There's a lower part there. Whoops, made a mess. That's underneath, obviously, or it would just be a ring and you pour dough onto the counter. I then used this flour sifter, and in the sink, so I wouldn't make a total mess, I put that on the cooling rack in the sink, and I did some powdered sugar sifting on top. I could grate some orange zest from this and sprinkle it on there for a little prettiness, and yeah, that's that. That is that. That is my, I guess I should maybe cut into it, right? I don't want to, but I have to, right? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, there it is. I cut into it. It looks super, super moist. And let's see what it... And it tastes really, really orangey. Oh, look, you can actually see how moist it is. At the very bottom, maybe even looks a little underdone, which is upsetting. So maybe it did need another 10 minutes. Maybe it did need another 10 minutes in the oven. I just got concerned about the edge because the edge was turning black. But all that really amounts to is very moist cake. And so yeah, it smells unbelievably great. And I suppose I should taste it a little bit. Ah, fuck, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Got a little piece out for myself. It's still very hot, actually. I probably should have let it cool. Oh my God. I've never made this before. I was just inspired by my friend Catherine. So, wow. It's really lovely. And it's so moist, I feel like it will stay moist for days. And the bottom there doesn't, where it looks a little dark. It's awesome. I recommend it very highly. Pardon my full mouth. So there you go. That is, wow, it's good. My vegan orange olive oil cake. Pardon my rudeness. And that is that. Wow. Really good. Be really nice with some coffee in the morning. With a little, maybe some Amaro. A little port after dinner. Yum, yum, yum. Love it very much. I was going to make a nice design. I saw somebody had photographed one with like a Japanese sort of starburst on it. And I cut out the, parchment to make a pattern, but mine isn't flat. Mine has a bit of a mound on it. Rose, I don't know if it's supposed to rise like that, or if cornstarch did. The cornstarch I added did that. I don't know what, but it just wasn't lending itself well to having any kind of a molded design in the powdered sugar on top of there. So that's a bunch of powdered sugar, by the way. And yeah, so that's that. I'm a rambling motherfucker. Thanks for bearing with me. Stay safe out there. Wear your fucking masks. Socially distance. Wear your mask. If you don't want to wear a mask when you're out, have one with you and have it down. And when you're near anybody, pull it up, just to protect them from you, even if you're not afraid. And that is that. Stay well. Please subscribe. And until next time, bye.